The mountains of the Himalayas, for me, are the ultimate playground for any kind of adventure. I'm not a trekker. I prefer exploration on motorcycles. But after having ridden the more popular Himalayan routes through Ladakh, Spiti, and even Mustang, I was left with the question, what next? How do you get higher? How do you get closer? How do you push the envelope? The answer was to look towards the crown jewel of the Himalayas, the tallest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. This is the story of an ambitious high-altitude motorcycling expedition. This is the story of our Himalayan adventure to the Everest Base Camp at Rongbuk. Our journey began from the capital of Nepal, Kathmandu. Over the days that followed, we would ride northeast to the Nepal-Tibet border, cross over, and then put in the high-altitude miles on the famous Friendship Highway to reach the North Everest Base Camp.
Today is the 10th of October. We expect to cross the border possibly on the 12th of October and hopefully get to Everest Base Camp, which will be the first base camp that we go to around the 14th or 15th October. That's the broad timeline, but one thing is for sure, the next few days are going to be filled with adventure.
Alright, it's time to start the Royal Enfield Himalayan Adventure 2019 to Rongbuk. Okay, everybody going in every direction. Now this man has some willpower. Keep going. How about this? Everybody's gonna come here now. Just up the road, there's this beautiful waterfall. You know you're back in Nepal when you get to do this.
The part of the journey in Nepal was action-packed chaos, as I've learned that most road trips in Nepal are. There's simply never a dull moment when you're in Nepal.
Oh my god. I am half riding, half sliding currently. Yeah! Make your own road. Whoa! Can't go over that little mound in the middle, but the foot pegs are scraping on the sides.
Nepal just keeps throwing challenges at you. It just keeps making the ride interesting. Every single day, you don't really know what lies in store. Like tomorrow you come down this route, it'll be different. Either it'll be more dry or it'll be more wet. But we've gained a lot of altitude now. This place is much cooler, closer to the clouds, and there are actually waterfalls all around, but they're kind of far away, so I can't show you. But man, Sean's bike today. He needs petrol from other bikes because this is the petrol that was in his bike. I don't know whether it's... yeah, look at that.
It's the rasna.
That's slime, man. It's amazing that the bike was running on that.
Yeah.
Interesting fact, apparently you're not allowed to ride bikes across the border and we'll actually have to push them. I'm not sure why, but that's something I was told. And yeah, there's a lot of checking, a lot of procedure. I've always wanted to go across here, so finally getting a chance. Let's hope everything goes well and we're able to make it across. You can never say anything for certain until it's done, so fingers crossed, hoping for the best. We have successfully crossed the border. First time for you, Sean?
Yep,
First time for me as well. I think we were all just hoping this would happen,
Yeah.
no? Like fingers crossed.
Didn't take long.
Didn't take as long as we thought. Welcome to Tibet.
Once we entered Tibet, everything changed. Apart from the fact that we were now riding on the opposite side of the road, we'd also left behind the heat and dust of Nepal. The climb to higher altitudes began, and soon the scenic vistas of the Tibetan plateau were revealed.
We're about 40 kilometers in now. The highway is beautiful and the mountains are just something else. What a route this is, but it is incredibly cold. I'm wearing warm gloves and yet my fingers are frozen, especially when I'm riding. This is truly beginning to feel like a Himalayan adventure. This is the road that we just came up. Look at that, that's crazy. If I'm not mistaken, we are now on the roof of the wall. The Tibetan plateau has begun. We are done with the twisties. Absolutely flat tarmac. Look at this stretch behind me. It's incredible. This is something else. This is something else. Getting onto this highway is something I've dreamt about, and to finally be here, it's... I don't have words. Words fail me. That's how I should put it. Words fail me. Tingri, here we are.
So we're staying in this place called what's it called?
Hotel
Kangar.
Kangar.
Apparently that was the ancient name
Yeah.
for this town.
Really?
Tingri, yeah.
Achha.
That's what Tenzing just told me.
In Gujarati, Kangar means broke.
Yeah. But today's ride was pretty incredible of all the days so far.
Yes.
For me personally, it was like a bucket list drive because I wanted to ride on the Tibetan plateau and finally we did it. It wasn't a challenging ride.
No, not challenging ride, but
Not
smooth
challenging,
roads, great
but-
views,
Yeah, but it was an incredible
effortless
experience.
ride. With,
Yeah.
with an overload of scenic beauty. Overdose of scenic beauty.
And lots of altitude change.
Yeah.
AMS.
AMS, oh my god, yeah.
So
I got hit by AMS very
Rishad's
badly.
got some AMS.
But
I had a
hope-
slight headache, but it's getting better now.
Hopefully tomorrow it'll be gone.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be
Base
gone.
camp tomorrow.
Way in the distance over there is Everest, and tomorrow we get closer. And hopefully Karan over there will take some nice footage of us and share it so that it can go in the video. Yeah,
If you guys wait for me,
I'll wait for
do
you.
the magic.
Cool, deal. So tomorrow's D-Day.
Tomorrow is the D-Day.
Sunlight. How do you like my footwear?
We're all thawing in the sun.
Yeah, I swear, man. I'm going to. Must be close to zero now. Look at there's like ice formed on the seat. And here. Yeah. So Siddharth's bike and helmet are like a canvas for stickers. He's just got so much here, and I thought he should have these.
Yeah.
So here in Tingri,
Thank you very much. And I mean the most amazing place, the backdrop of Everest.
yes, backdrop of
I'm
Everest.
getting stickers from you personally.
Today we go to EBC, man. Are you excited?
Yeah, too much excited. I
Little
don't
bit,
know
little
how-
bit anxious about
yeah, too
the.
much anxious. I mean the way
Altitude.
body was behaving last night with everyone. Everyone was having something or other.
You know, everybody's like this altitude change has taken a slight toll on almost everyone. A little more significant toll on some other people. So, and we're going to gain another 1,000 meters today. Let's see how it goes. Basically, everything must be done slowly and keep breathing while you do it.
Can you see the ice floating in the river?
Riding in Tibet was unlike anything I've experienced before. On most of my motorcycling adventures so far, dealing with bad roads has been an integral factor, a tangible challenge that requires skill to overcome. Here the roads were better than anything I've ridden on before. The battle was with things that could not be seen, namely altitude and the cold. A true test of mental and physical endurance, especially because we were moving so quickly through constantly changing weather conditions and oxygen levels.
I can't believe it, man. I'm standing in front of Mount Everest.
So just 5 minutes down from the pass, there's another viewpoint where you get, oh, okay, wait, let me just show you this. This is a view of Mukalu, Lhotse, Everest, Geyu, and Shishapangma. Look at these loops. Look at that road. Let's drone shot this.
There was a palpable excitement in the air on day 5. Just knowing that in a few hours we would be at the base camp of the tallest mountain in the world was motivation enough to ensure that spirits were high despite any high altitude woes.
Everest, Cho-O-U. And as we go around the corner, Shishapangma. This is incredible.
The 108 loops we rode after entering the Chomolungma National Park were like a rite of passage to be completed before we could stand before the mighty Mount Everest. A penance of some sort that one simply had to do.
So we just crossed that police check post, and this is the parking area. Basically now no vehicles are allowed to go all the way to base camp, and you have to take these electric buses. They call them eco buses.
It's kind of windy here, but towards the end of day 5 of the Himalayan adventure, and we've successfully made it to Rongbuk, to Everest Base Camp. Unfortunately, we couldn't ride the bikes the last 13 kilometers because they're not allowed. We had to take the eco bus, as they call it. But now we're here. Everest is right in front of us. This has been an incredible experience. Riding on the Tibetan plateau was mind-blowing. And this view, I can't believe it.
That's Mount Everest behind me. The only thing we can see from here is Mount Everest. That's all we can see. It's incredible. I never imagined I'd be at this place, but dreams do come true. It's just a moment. This evening is just about sitting over here and watching the sunset over Mount Everest. That's the way this day ends.